Hello again, this is Sports Betting Whale on Sunday, February 26, 2017. I am one of the most profitable sports bettors in Nevada history. I've turned as little as $300 into $1 million on different round robin runs in the past, and hundreds of times I've turned low thousands into hundreds of thousands of dollars. The systems that I use take advantage of the patterns and the streaks that occur and allow you to multiply your returns during those streak patterns. Okay, yesterday, Saturday, we had a bunch of round robins. Some hit one hit 2-0 and 1, and 2 hit 3 out of 4, and a lot were landing on 2 out of 4. If you look at the outcomes of the games, you'll see that 80% or more of the games I've taken in the last week that were not close to the spread, we've been on the winning side, but we've had an extremely bad run of not winning the close games. Those should end up 50-50, and the reason that we haven't had the hot streak is they're not landing anywhere near 50-50. We had plenty of games yesterday that we were winning almost the entire game and lose by a point, 2 points at the end. Those will even out in time. Those are all flip of the coin 50-50 bets. The ones that are not close to the spread, again, you'll see that 4 out of 5 times we're on the right side of those. On the halftime plays yesterday, if you remember the first video, I asked everyone to consider a 10% 10-unit play on each of the halftimes that were submitted yesterday. We're now at 66.7% win rate on the halftime bets, and there was so far there's been 10 winners and 5 losers. And again, look at the winners and losers. Of the 10 winners, 8 of them were by double digits to the spreads. A lot of them by 20 points or more, not even close. Of the 5 losers, 3 of them came down to the wire, and really very unlucky that we didn't win those. So it could have just as easily been 13-2 as 10-5. But even not winning the close ones, we're still at about 67%, 2 out of 3 on the halftime plays. Yesterday, if you would have taken the 10 units, 10% on each of them, you would have ended up plus 2 units minus the juice, so plus 1.7 times 10 plus 17 units on the halftime. Overall, it's been 10 winners and 5 losers, which would be a net of 45 units on the halftime plays. We're going to be releasing an offer for the halftime plays coming up soon. That's something you definitely want to take advantage of. I have a long time track record of well into the 60s, 70s, and sometimes the low 80s consistently on the halftime bets. It's something you're going to be able to safely put 10% of your halftime bankroll on each play and really have no possibility of losing that bankroll. When you're a 60% or better player on a particular category, the odds of losing 5 in a row are over 100 to 1. And then you keep multiplying that times 2.5. To lose 6 games would be 250 to 1, etc. So you can see that taking a 10% on each one is not exposing your bankroll to a complete loss, and it will maximize the return for you as you move forward. Since we've had a run of hitting a lot of 2s and 3s out of 4 and not being fortunate on the close games, to smoothen out the ride today, what I'm going to recommend everyone do is to switch over to a round robin by 2s and 3s. So we're eliminating the 4th game. So now if we hit 2 out of 3 on a 2s and 3s, it's basically a break even. You lose 10% of your total round robin wager. If all 3 come in, then it returns back about 4.5 to 1. You get 3.6 to 1 on the 2-teamers, and you get 7 to 1 on the 3-teamer, which ends up being 17.6 total points for each round robin. So there's going to be 6 round robins today, and you'll see that because of the fact that we're eliminating the 4th game, for us to lose a round robin, we have to lose 2 out of 3 games in that set. That's not going to happen often enough to make it where we see many losing days. This is going to be more of a grind but still have the progressive element associated with it, but you won't see the wild swings up and down using this approach. When we get real hot again, we'll start doing some by threes and maximize the return, especially when baseball season comes, because that's when I typically go on streaks all the time where I'll hit 18, 19 out of 20, sometimes 29 out of 30 games, and you'll end up several hundred units on one run and never look back. Okay, so today I'm recommending that everybody put 2 units each on these round robins. They're much safer than the 4-team round robins. So these are going to be round robins by 2s and a 3 for 2 units each, a total of 8 units or 8% of your round robin pool on each round robin. That's our recommendation. The first one is a group of overs. You can take the over on 804, Milwaukee and Phoenix, the over on 806, Utah and Washington, the over on 808, Denver and Memphis. The over on, right now, the official line, 804 over, Milwaukee and Phoenix, 224.5, 806 over, 206.5, and 808 over is 216.5. Try to get those within 1 point. If you're not able to do so, then you just convert it to a 2-teamer. Next round robin. All sides, 806 Washington, 811 Boston Celtics, and 814 Oklahoma City. 806 Washington, official line is -3, Boston is -1.5, Oklahoma City is -6.5. Same thing, try to get them within 1 point of those spreads. If you are not able to get them within 1 point, switch to a 2-teamer. Next group, all sides in college basketball, 823 Illinois Chicago, 825 George Mason, and 830 University of Central Florida. 823 is +8, 825 is +3.5, and 830 is +4.5. Again, try to get those within 1 point. Next group, 835 Butler, 839 Houston, and 844 over on Notre Dame and Georgia Tech. Butler should be -2 official line, Houston -1.5, and the over on Notre Dame, Georgia Tech is 138. The fifth group, round robin, 2s and a 3s, 2 units each, total of 8 units on all these plays. 828 Louisville, 833 Oakland, and 833 over on Oakland. Official line, Louisville -10, Oakland -8, and the over on Oakland is 142.5. Again, get them within 1 point of those and you're good. Last round robin, 2s and a 3s, 2 units of play, 8 units, which a unit is a percent, so that'd be 2% of your round robin pool. You should have a pool for round robins and a pool for the half times, and then also a pool for straight up games. And you'll see how well this works. I've been using this approach for 25 years with great success. The whole goal here is to minimize your risk and maximize your return, but really take advantage of hot streaks so that you end up winning more money in a hot streak than you've ever made in your life. And it will be something you can go ahead and bank. You can take your wives and girlfriends shopping, or spend it on yourself, or do whatever you want to do. You're going to have extra money to play with once we get a hot streak going. Right now, what we're doing is minimizing the downside and eliminating the 2 out of 4 coming in and being a complete loss. Last one is 849 Ryder, 851 St. Peter's, and 853 Fairfield. Ryder's -2 official line, St. Peter's -2, and Fairfield -3. I've grouped these into different combinations that will very, very likely see significant winnings today. I'm extremely confident in this card, and that's why I'm recommending 2 units, 2% per parlay, 8 per group. Thank you, and let's go get them. Going forward, I'll be releasing my free sports picks on this YouTube channel. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel with this round button right here, and I'll make sure you'll be the first to know as soon as I have free picks to release. Thank you.